Howdy, folks.
Well, I never thought I'd see the day when I'd be saying this, but Walmart has ripped me off for the last time. Alright, so here we are doing another rubbish Ashens parody of sorts, because, well, it's not that having gone paleo, I am completely out of material. There is still some stuff from Aldi that I want to check out and see if it'll support me in my paleo endeavors. I made the comment that I made about Walmart because I thought I'd have to go to Walmart for certain items and found out that Aldi actually carries them. So interestingly enough, I was royally and totally wrong. So I was checking out all these canned meats, and I bought one of a bunch of different types in order to sample them and see what kind of meat options I'd have available besides beef if I wanted to do up some canned meat of some sort while doing this paleo thing as well. Plus, they're all relatively inexpensive. So, alright, so our perusal of all these canned meat catalog, and I'm not going to do this all in one video, I don't think, because there's a couple of different SKUs to take a look at here. The first item I'm going to be taking a look at is Brookdale Vienna Sausage. Now, Vienna Sausage is something that I really don't understand. I mean, it looks like canned hot dogs. So, maybe that's all it is? Something like that. Nutrition size, 3 sausages, or maybe it's just no MSG added and gluten-free. Good, we're already doing better than their rubbish burgers. But yeah, look at these things. They look like hot dogs. Or maybe they're smaller or something like that. 100 calories for this entire can, 70 of which come from fat, and a sizable chunk of the day's worth of sodium, cholesterol, fat, etc. And there's about 2.5 servings in here, so double the numbers. So yeah, some trouble with salt bomb type stuff. What is in this stuff? Sausage, mechanically separated chicken, water, salt, corn syrup. Oops, I won't be buying this again. I'm trying to get away from the corn syrup, but we can't stop. We can't stop loading this stuff up into whatever foods we get. Anyways, contains 2% or less of beef, pork, dextrose, natural flavors, sodium nitrate, garlic powder. Broth is chicken broth. Okay, well, let's see what exact. I can't remember how cheap this was, but at least it has an easy open can. I think it's an easy open can. Alright, well, let's see what I'm going to try for the first and last time. Get this sucker open, and that looks a little gross. Well, let's put the old fork in there. Are you supposed to heat these up? They smell kind of like Spam, actually. So is that the way it works? I can't believe it's not meat. This like Spam style meat is like pressed in all different shapes and called all different types of things. Let's see. So, enjoy either as a ready-to-eat snack or add them to soups, casseroles, or salads. So you can heat them, toss them in the microwave, etc., or it's ready to eat. Let's take the tackier route, or the road less traveled, or something like that. Come out of the can. We have to go around like this. There's got a bunch of fat all over the chair. Yeah, so it's kind of like cooked. It's like canned ham. It's all slimy and stuff. It's like canned ham, and I just got a big blob of clear fat all over the chair, so fortunately nothing that would stain the thing, but yummy. Yeah, it looks like a hot dog gone wrong. Does it taste like a hot dog gone wrong? Vienna sausage raw in 3. Well, cooked, but cold. In 3, 2, 1. Ugh, yuck. The texture is basically, I can't believe it's not meat. The rubbish burgers that Aldi sells do kind of taste similar. Look at this. Look at this stuff dripping off it. Ugh, what is that stuff? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even gonna try heating these up. But waste not, want not. Let's eat the rest of these slimy things. They taste a bit like hot dogs, but the mechanically separated meat is a little bit different. A bit more chicken than beef or pork. So yeah, not too impressed. And the fact that there's corn syrup dripping in this stuff, maybe that's what the slimy stuff is, I don't know. The fact that there's corn syrup in this stuff pretty much means I'm not going to get it. Huh. May not be high fructose corn syrup, but We're kind of corn syruped all the heck over here. All right. Oh, look at the slime on the bottom of the can. Yeah, getting thirsty too. All right, I'm going to finish the rest of these off camera and move on to our next piece of meat. There. Now look at all that crap in the bottom. Yeah, well, it was a nice curiosity. That's all it's going to be. Not interested in getting any more of that stuff. Okay, next up on the menu is another item from Aldi. Northern Catch Fancy Whole Oysters. Canned oysters. I'm not too familiar. I am familiar with canned Vienna sausage, so I pretty much knew what to expect there. But oysters yeah. Product of Korea. Serving size 2 ounces drained. Servings per container 2. Some fat here and there, some cholesterol. Notably less salt, so not as much of a salt bomb. How many servings? 2. So yeah, notably less. But then again, it's from the ocean, so there's already quite a bit of salt to begin with. Duh. Ingredients: oysters. Water, salt, contains oysters. So, here's another interesting thing here. Oh, yeah, some other stuff too. Scientific name, Western Pacific, blah, blah, blah. Any extra barcodes? Oh, yeah, of course, from Aldi. There's one. Yeah, pretty much one on each side. Surprised they don't, like, etch it onto the can or something. No, that would probably drive up the manufacturing costs. And Aldi, you can't stand for that. Let's see. All right, so no easy open can this time. So I'm going to try one of these. I don't know if you're supposed to cook them or not. Hopefully these are edible out of the can. I mean, it is canned stuff. That's kind of what canned stuff is known for. So let's see. Oh, we might have to get them. Rubber gloves are getting stuck in the can opener. We might have to get something. Yeah, look at all this. We're going to have to drain this. Jump cut time while I drain the oysters. Okay, Northern Catch time as we fix up the camera. Do I want to try one of these things raw? They certainly smell like... Yep, they smell like they came out of the ocean. Do I want to try one of these raw, or do I want to try... Are these pre-cooked? Is that pre-cooked? Yeah. Well, it's falling apart anyways. Okay, quick. Oysters out of the can in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm sure these are edible out of the can. I'm sure these are probably edible out of the can, but it's just weird eating these things cold. I think I better heat them up. Yeah. They taste pretty good, though. Yeah, they taste pretty good, though. I think these might be pre-cooked. But just to be on the safe side, after this mouthful, I'm going to heat up the rest. Because, yeah, it's weird having this stuff taste like this when it's cold. I've had fresh clams before. I've had fresh seafood before, including fresh homemade clam chowder. So, yeah, it's weird eating these things when they're cold. Gotta heat them up. Let's try heating them up. Oops. I guess heating them up kind of got some of the salt water kind of drizzling out of them. Now there's green stuff all over the plate. Okay, ooh, they're even mushier now. They were okay when they were raw, or, well, cold. I don't think these are raw. It's falling off the fork. Ouch, that hurts. Yep, they're heated up. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. Same flavor, only warmer. And it doesn't taste as weird to be tasting stuff like this when it's cold. Good stuff, though. Very much reminds me of... Good stuff, though. Hopefully I don't get sick because of throwing these in the microwave after eating them cold out of the can. But, even after... Oh, cool. Interesting warning here. Even after inspection, there might be some shell left over, so it should be removed before using. Naturally gluten-free, naturally lactose-free. These are actually pretty good. I'm probably going to get these more often. It's better than tuna fish, you know, mass-produced fishy type stuff and things like that. Oh, man. Shells are gone too and everything. Good seafood, actually. Or, it could simply be the case that it's been so long since I've had seafood that wasn't like part of a seafood salad grinder or something like that, that the flavor is just amazing because I haven't had this stuff in so long. Definitely, let's finish the rest of this and get on to the last part of this rather interesting supper we've been having here. So, with a nice fishy taste, or seafood-ish taste left in my mouth, yeah, these were pretty decent. So we've tried the hot dogs that aren't, and the canned seafood that tastes bizarrely like very close to what fresh seafood would be. I think what's missing is the texture. These things are just way too mushy. And now, finally, the thing I want to buy from Aldi the most, if it's any good, here's the grand finale of our little canned supper here in this video. Brookdale White Premium Chunk Chicken Breast. 98% fat-free, extra barcodes, of course, and this is a 28% more. And it's competitively priced compared to Walmart's equivalent too, plus don't have to make an extra trip, go out of my way, use all that extra gas, etc., etc., etc. The only problem is, we're now talking 6 servings of this stuff, times 6 for all of this, so most of your day's sodium from one of these cans. Although, if we go back to the oysters here, we had 9% times 2, 18%. So if you had like 2 cans of these for lunch or something like that, yeah, you'd be at like the 30% mark. But this is the stuff I'm most interested in because I tried some of the Walmart, I tried the Walmart version of this stuff, and it was pretty decent. If this Aldi stuff is comparable, then it's definitely something that I'll mix in like a paleo salad or something along those lines. Decent amount of chicken and only $1.50, interestingly enough. So let's see how much water is going to go splattering all over the chair. Fortunately, it's just been water that's come out of these cans so far. So let's get this sucker open here. I keep nearly slicing up my rubber gloves with the can opener, or the bottle opener bit on the can opener. Yep, we got more water that needs to be drained out. Ugh. It looks like surströmming, but it doesn't smell like it. Be right back. There's what we have to work with here. Cooked chicken breast with a little bit of rib meat. This is the kind of stuff you'd put on a sandwich or something like that. Not too slimy or gooey. Question is, what does it taste like? Aldi canned chicken in 3, 2, 1... Yeah. Mix it in a salad or eat it during a power outage. But I think real chicken's probably still better than this, but this is canned stuff. I mean, you can't knock it for that. Still, though, I could imagine myself putting this stuff in like a paleo salad or something like that, or mix vegetables and mix this chicken with it afterwards. It would definitely do the trick. Problem is the salt because it's canned. Good stuff though, but the Walmart equivalent of this has more seasoning, definitely. It is meat though, so if you don't want to just be eating red meat all the time, this is actually more than doable. Yep. Let's finish off the rest of these and then come back for some final words. Alright, well, I'm going to stop here because I'm full, so you've pretty much just watched me eat supper. So, yeah, so this is interesting, though. One thing I've been noticing with all this paleo stuff is that as I've gotten used to simpler foods, I've been finding that simpler foods can sometimes be more flavorful than some of the weird stuff that we eat these days. Like, today, actually, there's this lady I work with. She loves baking stuff for everybody every so often. This morning, she brought in some cupcakes with cream cheese in them. I don't know if she was going for, like, cheesecake cupcake or something, but I tried one and I wasn't too impressed. Or maybe I'm just losing my taste in that kind of stuff now that I'm messing around with this stuff. Just gotta lay off some of the stuff that I still want to get every so often, but Yeah, this should be interesting, like I said. So, 3 canned goods. Definitely the winner here is the chicken breast. It had the taste, it had the texture. I can imagine a whole bunch of uses for this. Makes me wonder why I even bothered with tuna fish in the first place, which, in order to not have it be too fishy, I've had to mix it with mayonnaise all these years. So, where's this stuff been all my life? Oh, I'm just kidding. So interesting, yeah, definitely would make good power outage food too. It would actually taste like something, unlike last time when I just had a bunch of stale crackers. The oysters too were definitely up there. They're just lacking the texture. Not to say that I like rubbery food that has this feeling like it's been microwaved too much, but I have had I have had fresh clams before, and these weren't really like that in terms of texture. It was really kind of mushy. Then again, I don't eat a lot of fresh seafood, so I'm not really one to judge here. But a little too mushy, but did taste like seafood and stuff like that. Just interesting that it ships all the way over from Korea. Stuff like that. And this, though, probably not getting this stuff anymore. It's just slimy as heck. Slimy as heck, and it has corn syrup in it, and it's probably the least healthy of all 3 of these, with the tons of salt and the tons of fat, and it's just, yeah. And it's not paleo. It's got corn syrup in it. Well, I don't know, actually. Corn syrup... Paleo tries to get away from food additives and stuff like that too, and the other hallmarks of processed garbage like this. So, no, let's not do that. I already spilled enough clear fat all over this chair. So, yay! Interesting stuff. The biggest issue that paleo has with canned food, though, is salt. Trying to avoid the salt bombs and stuff. Because added salt, salting food so you can can it is kind of a way of processing food. So it gets away from the whole eat food the way it was made or something like that. That whole thing. So we'll definitely be doing more with this type of stuff later on. But for now, I pretty much had enough to eat. So, yay, cool, you just had supper with me. Rather lousy supper, not anything that I had to cook up for a long period of time. But it does mean, though, that I can start getting this chicken breast stuff instead of this stuff this is the Walmart equivalent of the chunky chicken. Yeah, pretty decent, except I have to go out of my way to get it, so I'm going to use these cans up and be done with them. Although it is $1 a can, so technically this is dollar store meat. Except Walmart's not a dollar store. The biggest loser here, sadly, is tuna. Good old tuna. Been having tuna sandwiches since I was a kid. But unfortunately, here's the Aldi Tuna. Northern Catch, solid white albacore in water. You head over to here. Solid white tuna water vegetable broth contains soy. So you've got all that. So this contains added soy, which is a no-no for paleos. Solid white tuna fancy albacore has an allergy warning that it contains soy in the vegetable broth, which bothers the heck out of me, because if this can be chicken breast with rib meat in water, and then you go over to the ingredients, cooked chicken, water, you actually see water in there. A little bit of food starch, salt, and sodium phosphate stuff. But yeah, there's actually water in there. As opposed to, well, it does say there's water in here too, but it also has vegetable broth and stuff like that. But I don't know. Water, call me old-fashioned, but I like to think that water means water. Don't know what I'm going to do with this tuna either. Maybe give it to my church's food bank or something like that. They probably have some bread or something like that folks can use to make themselves some sandwiches. Lastly, one clarification. The beef patties, which won't fit in the shot properly, time to adjust the camera. The beef patties I mentioned last go-around, the rubbish burgers that Aldi sells, are not actually an Aldi brand. Extra Value Meats is actually technically a name brand in that store. Because if you look, you don't see the extra barcodes that usually designate an Aldi product. There's only one barcode right here, and if you go looking around, it's just preparation instructions. And actually, let me pull this flap out. There's the ingredient list. Yuck. Extra Value Meats actually has and there's Holton Meat as well. Extra Value Meats actually is the name on the back. Unlike, just grab any one of these, grab the oysters. Distributed by Aldi. So, Yeah, I don't think this is actually an Aldi brand, but either way, I'm not getting these anymore because they've got all that other stuff that isn't beef. So, and I do know that Aldi actually has real beef patties. So when I get through the big Walmart box that I unnecessarily purchased, I will check out what Aldi has these days. So yeah, whatever. Never thought I'd see the day when I'd say that Walmart has ripped me off for the last time, but it has arrived. Canned meat, Aldi's got it. Even like hot dog shaped Spanish type stuff. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay signing off. Thanks for stopping by, and bon appetit!